Here at You've Got Mails, we use a podcast web hosting service. It's been pretty great so far. One of the really nice things is you can track your downloads in real time. It's really nice for a little endorphin rush during the day to look and see how many people have downloaded you talking. And you can also track trends, see where people are downloading from. Hey there, Germany. And you can kind of predict what people will like, which makes episodes like last week's when we watched Dirty Dancing extra special. Because you can see that people really get into certain movies, and you get a little boost in listenership. So I feel like I should apologize to the new listeners who just started downloading last week to hear us talk about Dirty Dancing and thought, hey, maybe I'll subscribe to this. This week, there's no Swayze. It's just us talking about Joseph Gordon-Levitt masturbating for an hour straight. Welcome to You've Got Mails.
All right, so I'm not really ready yet. Let me just get set up here. Okay, I got the lotion, tissues. You just want to slide that laptop over this way?
My laptop?
Yeah, please, if you don't mind.
Please, no.
Welcome to You Got Mails, everybody. I'm Jason. I'm here with CJ. And on today's episode, we're talking 2013's Don John.
We're going to try out these wicked New York accents all day.
That's Jersey, brother. That's all. That's Jim Tan laundry at its finest.
Yeah, I think I just went Baltimore.
Hey, yo, it's Tony Danza. That's what it is. It's Tony Danza.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, my God. Was that terrible? I was like, is he going to do this accent the entire movie? Can he, forget halfway through the movie he was trying to do something?
I mean, the only one that was believable was Danza, and that's because that's Tony Danza's voice. Yeah, but Don John, you said you'd seen this before.
I had, and thankfully I'd forgotten a lot of it, because it was still a little, the second half of this movie still caught me off guard a little bit, and I was like, oh, shit. I gotta say right up front, this is the hardest movie to find a score for I think we've seen yet.
Really?
I have no idea, even right now, if this is going to be a 1, a 4, a 3. I'm hoping that our conversation figures this out for us.
Well, I'm at the point where I hope for our listeners at home, if you do watch this movie, you're able to forget about it as easily as CJ. But we'll get into that.
Also, if you're going to watch this at home, throw on some candles, put the curtains down low. There was a point which I had to yell upstairs to my wife and say, I'm not watching porn down here. Just so you know, I'm not watching porn. I just like it to be loud in the basement.
If you're one of those people that has a big TV in front of a nice picture window and people walking by your house can see what you're watching, draw the fucking curtains.
Yeah. It's not like it's obscene. It's just sudden.
No, and if someone was walking past your window and just saw a brief clip of this, it would look like you were watching pornography because there are legitimate scenes from real life pornography. The website Pornhub supplied the clips for this movie.
Did it really?
Yes.
Wow.
So it's not graphic. I mean, there are breasts and buttocks. But there's no
graphic sounds.
Yeah, there's graphic sounds, but there's no hardcore pornography in this. There was.
Was there?
When they showed this at Sundance, it got an NC-17 because he left in a bunch of legitimate porn. And when the movie got bought by Relativity Media, whoever produced this and put it out, they were like, listen, we'll give you a wide release 2,000 theaters in the summer, but we need you to take out some of the porn. And then, so we need to get it down to an R rating. And he did. Wow. Thankfully. But I didn't watch this one at work. I can tell you that. Yeah. Unlike Dirty Dancing. That could have caused some HR issues.
I've said it before. There's a time and a place for porn.
Yeah.
And readily available at all times nowadays. You don't have to shove it into my stuff anymore. You don't need to get that chocolate in my peanut butter anymore.
No. Mm-mm. All right, let's talk about it. I'll be honest. We're talking about ratings. I started this movie at a 5. Off the bat.
Really?
It's an hour and a half.
Oh.
I was like, I can get through this easy.
Okay.
No problems.
Without even a second of the movie.
Without a second of the movie. When I looked it up on Amazon and I hit rent and I saw the time, I was like, all right, 5 stars. Things changed after that. But it starts and the credits roll and the credits essentially, they don't really ever talk about why this guy is the way he is. But I feel like the credits give you a little glimpse into why? Because the credits are just clips interspersed, but it's all this stuff that a guy of his age and I can relate to not relate to his character, but I understand it's a lot of like the formidable things that you may have seen growing up that like gives you your perspective on like relationships and women and like sex, because it's like the Phoebe Cates scene where she's getting out of the pool in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. There's like Carl's Jr. commercials with like just girls in bikinis. There's
fuck porn, man. Give me more of those Carl's Jr. commercials.
They basically are. It's
Holy
food, porn,
crap.
and porn.
That came on in the middle of this, and I stood up behind Tony Danza and JGL and just stood there and watched with them.
And there's like a scene of like, there's like a cartoon clip, but it's like this bunny rabbit who's like super sexualized in like a mini skirt and like the halter top or whatever. And it's just like all this stuff, like where you're a kid and you're watching this stuff. It's like the stuff when you were a kid, like, where you were like, oh, what are these feelings I'm feeling? You know what I mean? So this is how it starts. And then we get, voiceover heavy on this one. But there's just...
Yes. Can I describe the first voiceover?
Yeah, please.
This man comes out of the gate and says, I don't care. Well, he says, I don't care about a lot of things. I can't do that voice. But he says, I don't care about a lot of things.
Yeah.
And then spends the next 14 minutes listing all the things he cares about. He cares about way more than me.
No, he does. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So yes, that's not the first thing that happens, though.
Oh.
Which the first thing is, we're going to deal with masturbation a lot during this podcast, because that is what this movie, 80% of this movie is.
Yes.
Is Joseph Gordon-Levitt in front of a laptop watching pornography. I've never had to type out the letters J-O so much in my life. So I apologize in advance.
Yeah.
But my first note after the credits, how to J-O 101. Because it's a voiceover of him, like, talking about finding the perfect clip, how the sound of his computer booting up arouses him. And then it's like him setting up with like the tissues and the lotion.
Yes.
And then like smash cut to like him throwing like a balled up tissue in the garbage can.
For this guy, it's not a means to an end. It's just, it is the means, it's the end, it's the beginning. Like, he has a whole thing.
We cut right to it. Like, yeah, he cares about a lot of stuff, and he's going to tell us about all this stuff that he cares about. But first of all, we're going to find out how this guy can relieve stress on a daily basis, multiple times a day.
Yes.
So we get that, and then it goes to him saying, I don't care about a lot of things, but the things I do care about are my body, my home, my car, my family, church, friends, girls, and above all, porn. And it's like, that's a lot of shit, dude. Like, you don't start a sentence.
The world's worst food pyramid.
Yeah. You don't start a sentence with, I don't care about a lot of things, and then go into lists. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things.
More things than I care about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they show, like, you know, as he's doing this, they show him at the gym. They show him, like, he's got, like, you're more of a car guy than I am. He's got, like, a muscle car, like a Mustang or something. And they show his car, and they show his family, and they show him sitting at church. Like, he's into all this stuff.
If I had to describe at least the first half of this movie to somebody, and this was going to be my chick flick to a dick flick, this is if the guys from The Sopranos sat down with the guys from the Entourage and were like, hey, you guys is going to write a movie with us.
Yeah.
And like, this would be the movie right here. It's like, we got the coolest fucking Italian guy, and he's going to come out here, give him a fucking muscle car. all right, we're on to something. Like, this is that movie.
He loves Jesus.
Yeah, he loves Jesus.
You know what else he loves? Jerking it.
He's got to overcome something.
I knew this guy, my cousin, he used to jerk it 7 times a day. That's a thing, right? He had real problems.
Nobody's going to be mad about the jerking off shirt. It's the accents that are going to make people shut this episode off.
I think mine's pretty good. We find out that his friends call him Don, hence the name of the film, Don John. His name's Johnny. And we cut to him at the club, and this is like...
Not to be confused with my cousin, Donnie John.
This scene is basically if the movie we watched, that's Crazy Stupid Love, if like a high school in New Jersey tried to like recreate a scene from that movie with a bunch of kids like trying to act like Ryan Gosling picking up girls. Because that's essentially what it is. It's him and his buddy standing in a club like, hey, how about her? She's a 10. What about her? And you find out that he basically is like that guy who has a particular move set that he uses at the club every night that he's there. And he goes home with a different girl all the time. Like, and we get this just like in Crazy Stupid Love, where you see him like approaches him at the bar. Next scene, they're making out on a couch. Next scene, he's stuffing him in a cab. Next scene, they're in his bed. It's like he's got a routine that works for him.
These guys they're a little predatory.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
And like we even see like a girl approaches them and they're like, oh shit, here she comes. And it's the girl that he had taken home before. And she's like, why didn't you call me? And he's like, oh, come on, you're an adult. Did you really think I was going to call you? And she calls him an asshole. Yeah. And he's like, whatever. Like he doesn't care about the women. Like obviously he's just out there to pick a different one up every night. But as they're pointing out girls, they all like catch eye of this one and they're like, oh my God, she's a 10. She's a dime. It's Scarlett Johansson. Dressed up at the club, like nice, like form-fitting dress, and like she is obviously like the most attractive girl in this bar, like by a mile. So he approaches her, and we do see like this.
She has a bad accent too.
Oh, it's terrible.
It's so bad.
It's terrible. But he approaches her and does his thing, and it progresses from buying her a drink to they're making out on the couch to her storming out, basically. Not storming out, but like.
Leaving wanting more.
Yeah, like she wants to go. She's leaving with her friend, and he's like, oh, but wait.
First taste is free.
Yeah, and she's like, no, thank you. I'm good. Like, I'm going home. Like, no is no. So he goes back into
I love he just turns around. He's like, oh, well.
Yeah.
Goes back in.
Goes back into the bar, finds a different girl. We run back through the same scenario. At the end of it, he's getting in the cab with her, and they go back to his place.
Folks, take a guess right now what color this guy's sheets are at his house. They're black. Of course they're black.
Are they? I didn't even notice this.
I'm telling you, it's the guys from Entourage fucking wrote this. Like, I remember at one point sheet shopping.
I have black sheets.
Do you?
I just like the color.
I remember at a point sheet shopping with my wife, and I walked up, I was like, ooh, the black one. She's like, yeah, but you're like married now. You know, it was
I didn't know black sheets were like a bad thing.
Yeah, I mean, like, we meet in the middle. Like, our sheets don't have flowers all over them, but they are like a primary color.
Okay.
You know, black sheets are very alpha male solo guy.
Oh, fuck. Sort of I feel like everybody was judging me now. I just like black. I wear all black. I have black sheets.
Oh, no. Black shirts and cargo pants, man. That is the way to live.
This is my color palette.
Yeah.
Well, shit. Now I'm going to go sheet shopping. But he takes this girl home and they sleep together. And as soon as they're done, he gets out of bed and goes to his laptop to
a little more love,
a little JO action, and we get more voiceover about why, he's like, sex with a real girl is fine and all, but it doesn't beat porn. Like porn, I can lose myself in pornography. It's a totally different feeling. And he talks about like why pornography is better than sleeping with a woman, and it's a bunch of like alpha male bullshit. Like he makes it all about him.
Yes.
As opposed to like her. So it's, like he has to do more work with a woman essentially and like doesn't want that emotional connection. He doesn't like condoms, doesn't like missionary positions. He's like, oh, they just want to look at your face. Like, okay, yeah, that's normal. Like why?
Welcome to the real world.
Yeah. And so he finishes up doing what he's doing. Then another fucking Kleenex bites the dust and he's back in bed and then with this girl. And it's even like he gets back into bed and she like lays her head on his chest and you can tell he like flinches. He's like, well, like I don't want this.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like I got what I wanted now. I'd be happier if you weren't here. And I was sleeping on my black sheets alone.
Hey, all I'm saying is if you want to make her feel comfortable, like don't have her think she's sleeping in the fucking Death Star.
Well, that's fair. Cut to him going to church. There's like a cycle through this movie where it's like,
yes, and that's
goes
one
to church,
of the things.
Goes to the gym, goes to something else, and then it just kind of repeats. And it's, I guess, to show like how things have changed throughout the movie. But most of the time, nothing has changed.
I do like there's like subtle differences every time, but yeah, you're right. It is a complete cycle 9 times during this movie.
So I had to do a little math because I was trying to figure something out for later. But he goes to church, I think 5 times. So you're looking at like 5 weeks. I'm guessing 5 weeks worth of stuff. But he gets into church and he sits down with the family and Dad's Tony Danza, which, I popped hard for Tony Danza.
Oh, yeah,
how are you not going to? He's the boss.
He's been there for me. Yeah. Like he helped teach me about things as a child.
But it cuts to him in the confession booth. And this is the thing we see every time he goes to church is he does confession. It kind of like gives us an idea where he's at. And he confesses to the priest. He's, I've had sex with 2 different women out of wedlock since our last confession, which is just a week. You have to assume because
he puts up numbers.
Seems like he goes to church
on everything he does. He puts up numbers.
Seems like he goes to church every Sunday.
Yeah,
and he's JO'd 17 times, which in a week that's a lot.
Yeah,
that's multiple times a day.
Those Kleenexes are literally biting the dust because that's what's left.
Yes, it's too much. But from church, after he does his confession, we go back to family dinner. It seems like he has Sunday dinner with his family. And it's a dad, mom, and Brie Larson.
Playing the...
Silent Bob.
Yes!
Doesn't say a fucking word in this entire movie until the last... an hour and 17 minutes in, she has a line.
100% Silent Bob. That was it. She is completely, she might as well be window dressing. She's just staring at her phone.
Yeah.
She makes these weird faces that show that she probably has more acting chops than most of the people in this movie.
I mean, but for me, best performance of the entire movie is Brie Larson. Apparently her character wasn't in the original screenplay. And I guess her and Joseph Gordon-Levitt had been in something before. I can't quite remember what. And they were friendly. So he gave her a role in the movie based on what she wanted to do, which was fucking nothing. She's yeah, I'll be in a movie. I don't want to say anything. Can I just sit there and scroll through my Instagram feed?
I want enough words to make sure that I'm not a background actor.
Yeah, I want to be in the credits, but that's, the bare minimum is all I need. But Tony Danza is a complete dickhead. This guy is constantly screaming. He's not very nice to his wife. He yells at his son.
Flat screens on in the background, even at family dinner.
Yeah, no wonder the daughter doesn't say shit, because anybody that talks gets yelled at. But they have a big argument over a TiVo because he misses a play, and then JGL's trying to tell him what a TiVo is, and he's I fucking know what a TiVo is. And then the mom is please stop arguing. And
it's very Archie Bunker-ish sort of relationship they got.
It is. The mom brings up the fact that she hopes one day John's gonna come home and tell him that he found her. She's hoping for grandkids, all this stuff.
It's definitely every Italian stereotype family you've ever seen. Dad never wears a shirt.
No,
wife beater all day long.
Mm-hmm. And we cut to this. We see him at the gym every time through this cycle. And when he's at the gym, he's always saying his Hail Marys, because the priest, after he confesses, he says 10 Hail Marys or Father, whatever. And he always does them at the gym while he's working out. And then we get more voiceover about why porn sucks. The bad things about loving porn, and it's basically sometimes right when you're about to finish the job, you see the guy, cuts to the guy. Takes too much time to find the perfect clip because there's so much porn on the internet.
Just days can go by.
Yeah. So good it's depressing because real sex will never live up to what I'm watching on TV or on the internet.
I mean, how do you even joke about that? It's just sad.
It is.
These are sad statements.
The guy's a sad character. I mean, but his boys, he's got these two friends who don't really have much going on, personality wise. They're basically
these guys are all intolerable. They're just every scene they're together. Very few toward the end, even they start to change a little bit.
Yeah.
But they're just these guys are awful.
But they go to visit him in his apartment. And they're talking about the girls they've hooked up with and girls that he's hooking up with, and he talks about how he's still thinking about ScarJo. He saw her at the club and she left him, and he's just been thinking about her a lot, and he wants to find her, and they're well, you got to get her name. That's how you're going to find her. So he goes back to the club, asks the bartender. The bartender's oh, this person would probably know. Find out her name is Barbara Sugarman. And he creeps on her socials. He finds Barbara Sugarman on Facebook.
Can't say that's the sexiest name I've ever heard.
The other romantic interest in this movie's name is Esther. So, I mean, what are you going to do?
All right. You got to win there.
You got Barbara and you got Esther. So he finds her name, looks her up on Facebook, and his buddy's what are you going to say? You got to say something. This girl's too fine to just send a random DM
She's a 10, to. They keep saying.
Yeah, this. He's this isn't going to be a booty call. This is a lunch date. He's maybe even coffee. And he says, you're not getting that butt from Barbara Sugarman in the immediate future. You got to play the long game. So he ends up asking her out for lunch, and she meets him. We see her walking down the street. He's a little outdoor cafe, and he splooshes.
Let me ask you something.
What?
You ever eat in front of the restaurant on the sidewalk? I don't know. I can't do it.
Yeah, I have.
If it's an enclosed space, but you walk around downtown Pittsburgh, there's multiple restaurants where you just on the sidewalk. People are brushing past your back as you're eating.
Yeah.
Like, I can't concentrate on that. Like, buses are opening up behind me.
Yeah. That all happened
because... This is where I'm trying to do my best work.
That all happened because of COVID, too. Because there didn't used to be outdoor dining, like, on the sidewalks in downtown Pittsburgh.
Yeah, like, I kept thinking about this as like, they're sitting outside this restaurant. People are just walking by. Like, I wanted just somebody to reach over and be, ooh, fries. You know?
But if she walks down, like, he has a big sploosh face, and she says, like, how'd you find me on Facebook? And he kind of lies to her at first, and then and she's like, listen, you're gonna be a lot happier if you just tell me the truth. Like, I can make you happy, but you got to be honest with me. And he's like, all right. Like, I asked around, I was curious about you, and she asks why, and he initially kind of says, because I want to have sex with you. Like, it says he says it way more lewder than that, which I'm not gonna say. But he says that.
So what I want to do is put you in a barrel, see? And that, no.
and then he's like, well, why did you say yes to meeting me? And she says, you're going to have to wait to find out, that. And he says, listen, the truth is, you're the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. Like, I wanted to get to know you. He's kind of honest. Because he has been thinking about her. There's definitely, like, more there, I think, than just a hookup, because like he can't get her off his mind, And
just so we say, like, I mean, this is like his dream woman, but like, she's not a dream woman.
No,
like, both of these people are insufferable.
They really are. But they go to the movies. She asks him if he likes movies, so they go to a movie theater.
You got Channing Tatum
and Anne Hathaway, which I thought was wild. Like, they walk up to two different movie posters. One's called Too Fast, Too Hard, and it's like an action, like a Fast and Furious. Did you notice the people in that poster?
No.
Because they're done up a little different.
I was staring at Channing and Ann.
All right, so the Too Hard, Too Fast poster is Emily Blunt and John Krasinski.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so they're on that poster. And then the other poster is Channing Tatum and Anne Hathaway with, like, different names above their heads. Like, they're not playing themselves.
Yeah.
And it's like a romantic... It's a chick flick. It's something we would review on this podcast.
Yes.
So...
She would be a fan, I believe. ScarJo in this movie.
Yeah. So they're trying to, well, it's not even a decision, but like he's obviously trying to see Too Fast, Too Hard. She's trying to see this other one. They go see the other one. And it's like, originally I was like, oh, that's cute. They put him on the poster. Fuck no. They shot scenes for this movie.
Yes.
Like Channing Tatum, Tyler fucking Gage is in this movie. And so is Anne Hathaway for about 10 seconds.
Devil.
Yeah. Like they have like a little like fake movie inside the movie that they film scenes for, which is wild to me. So
somebody called in some favors, man.
Mm-hmm. So he is friends with all these people. Like he did like, I don't know if he's ever been in a movie with Channing Tatum, but he did Dark Knight Rises with Anne Hathaway. Like she was Catwoman.
That's very true.
Yeah. But he is friends with these people outside of the film industry, from what I understood. So he was able to it's got to be the only way you can get these people in this movie, if you ask me. Like, I can't. Also, okay, Channing Tatum was originally going to be the lead in this.
Oh.
So that's how he got in this movie.
I would have loved to see him attempt this accent.
I think it would have been actually way better. I don't know. Like, I think I would have believed Channing Tatum more in this role than JGL. I think it might have changed.
I'm going to go with that. That's not saying anything against JGL. It's just a weird-ass role.
Yeah, he's not this guy. But they come out of the movie, and she talks about how much she loves romantic movies, and like it was so sweet because that guy, he just dropped everything for her and did everything she wanted, and like it was so romantic. This is her idea of romance, is a guy that'll just basically give you whatever you want. And they start making out in the lobby. And then that's the end of that scene. We go back to church. Confesses again, didn't have sex this week because now he's met Barbara, but he has JO'd 22 times. That's more than 3 times a day, CJ. If you want to do the math on that one, that's 3 times a day. I mean, one day he did it 4.
All jokes aside, like you could injure yourself.
It's just raw. It's just there's no skin left. It's not even possible. So we do the church scene. Like just
when Pornhub emails you, is like, bro, you all right?
Just thinking
you doing
about
okay?
it. Yeah. Back to family dinner, and the biggest thing to take away from this scene is that Carl's Jr. ad comes on the TV, and son and dad are just like transfixed on this.
They both stand up and walk closer.
Yeah. So, and then the mom is just sitting there like, God, Jesus.
Yeah, in front of the mom.
Yeah, and the sister.
Yeah.
But you kind of, I guess this is kind of to be like, all right, maybe this is where he gets it from, because Dad clearly is just like kind of a pervert too and looks at women as objects.
Yeah.
Is all I could figure out from this scene is why this was involved, why this was in it. We see, him at the gym. Now he's doing Hail Mary prayers while he's doing crunches. Cut to the end of a date with him and Barbara.
At least they didn't have a thing where he was combining the Hail Marys with his other habits. That'd have been really weird.
Yeah, you don't want to get, separation at church and masturbate.
There you go.
Ah.
All right, we got there.
So we get to the cut to the scene. It's like the end of a date with him and Barbara, and they're back at her apartment, and he's like, they're making out by the door, and he's trying to weasel his way in, basically, like, come on, like, let me go inside. She's like, no, not yet. Like, I'm afraid, what's going to happen if I let you in, and like, I want it to mean something. She's
doing early 20s bullshit.
It
is. Oh my God, this was just do what you want to do. You just say, like, we're not going to do this tonight, or we are going to do this tonight.
So she tells him, she's not ready because she wants it to mean something. And then she turns around and we get what I can only describe as her dry humping him like a Jedi. Like she mind humps this man to the point where she turns around and she's like backing that thing up. And she's like, I think you should go back to school, maybe like a night class. And he's like, yeah, okay, I'm going to go back to school. And I want to meet your mom and dad. And I want you to meet my mom and dad. And he's like, yeah. And like,
so I stole your watch. Let me just droop it in front of your face and hypnotize you a little bit.
All this stuff. And like, he just agrees to all of it. And then she goes inside and shuts the door in his face. And he's got a mess on his hands. Is the best way I can put it.
And apparently this continues to happen because there's a point when she's doing his laundry and every pair of pants he pulls out look like they're made out of cardboard.
They would stand on their own. It is disgusting. But he goes home, and I guess this is a moment of growth for him. I don't really know. Boots up the computer and JOs to her social media pictures. Which at least it's not porn, I guess. And now you've got someone that you can JO to that you feel something towards.
It's amazing watching you try to hurdle the words as you say them. Like you were looking at me like, how do I finish this sentence?
And unlike me, fucking JGL, that guy can finish.
Yeah.
And he does. But we see that like they do go out and the friends meet. Like he's got his like group of 2 guys and she's got her 2 friends and they go out and it's their 1 month anniversary, he says, and gives a little toast. It's 1 month from the day he saw her, so probably shy of a month.
This was a speech that was her idea, I believe. Fully, I believe.
Yeah. But we see like kind of the difference where he's on and it's funny because it's looking like they go back to the same club they met at because him and his boys are on the dance floor and like his other 2 friends are still rating girls and pointing girls out and he's checking them out, but he's like, none of them are as good looking as my girl. None of them are as hot as my girl. And then she's up talking to her friends and they're like asking her like, what kind of job does he have? And she's like, oh, well, he's in the service industry, but he's going back to school and look at his body. He works out all the time. And the one friend's like, oh yeah, like have you slept together? And she's like, no, not yet. And like, oh my God, we love him. Like he's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they like him.
I don't know, man. I think the whole point is like, she's trying to change him into something.
Yeah.
And I think that is the major part of this movie is how she's changing him.
Yeah. 100%. And yeah, there's a scene of him going through his laundry and there's a lot of crusty jeans. Moving on. He's at dinner with his parents and he tells him that he's seeing a girl and his mom's like super excited, like over the moon. Like all she wants is
It'd have been great if mom
baby.
Just walked over to the sister, just booted her, just Spartan kicked her out of the chair. It was like, this is your brother's girlfriend's chair.
This is where Barbara sits.
This is Barbara's spot. You go somewhere.
Yeah. And Dad's like being a dick about it still. I don't remember exactly what all he says, but he's like giving him a hard time. And then the mom's like, he said he loves her. And he's like, you love this girl? All right. Well, when are you bringing her over for dinner? We see him meeting her family. He's at like some kind of like kid's birthday party and she's got him holding babies and the mom's like, oh, you're so cute with the babies. And, Family seems to really like him. Like, he is a gentleman. I mean, he's offering to get the mom a drink, offering to help out with things.
They do all the right moves. Yeah.
And then we cut to him in school. Like, he's taking a night class. He's never once in this movie do they explain what he's going to school for. Like, this class is so ambiguous. It's just usually like the tail end of it where like the bell rings and he gets up or something. You know, it's never like anything concrete, like what he's trying to get into.
At one point they make reference to it's like a criminal psychology or some sort of... Yeah, I don't know.
This guy ain't no criminal psychologist.
No.
And I don't think you go to night school for that, but I don't know. You think you want to start out with the basics when you're like a business? It's like business management or something.
Could be, yeah. Start his own bar.
That's what I thought. It was like, because he's a bartender. So the class goes like on break, and he goes outside, and she calls him, and she asks him. She says she knows he's on break because his schedule's online. So she's like looking at his schedule online. She calls him, and she says, "I want to come over like after school. Is that okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, that's awesome." He goes to go back in, and there's a woman just bawling her eyes out in like the doorway back into the school. It's Julianne Moore.
And he does exactly the same thing I would do in this situation.
Cruise on by.
No, he stops for a second. He's like, you okay there?
Yeah.
All right, I'm getting back into class.
Yeah, and she's like, I'm sorry. And he just like fucking beats feet and gets the fuck away as fast as he can. Then like the class ends again and he goes back to his apartment, and this is like the time, like Barbara is like, all right, you're going to school now. Like, let's do the thing, do the damn thing.
Good puppy. Here's a treat.
Yeah. They have sex, and then it immediately goes to J.O. Like, it's the same as the girl before. Well, because he even
describes the sex with her, and he's like, all the things that he wished women would do, he's still like, oh, yeah. Not even that, like, all the weird porn shit that he was hoping would happen. None of it happened still because this is supposed to represent actual real life.
Yeah. He's like, he says everything about her is perfect, but it's still not the same. So he gets up, boots on the computer, and she walks out on him. Like, walks in on him as he's doing it. And she freaks out, like, just disgusted by it.
It is a weird move.
It's super weird.
Yeah.
And he's like telling her, he's like, oh, I was just looking at emails. And she doesn't believe him. He's like, no, seriously. Like, my buddy sent me a video in an email as a joke. Like, I opened it, I didn't know what it was. Like horrible lie.
Don't tell my mom.
Yeah, she buys it. But he's like, do you think I'd watch porn? That's disgusting. Like, guys, losers do that. And all this.
Terrible, terrible, beautiful women and all the evil sex that they do.
Yeah. She's like, your pants are still undone. Like, they're around your ankles. Yeah. But no, this
is the way I imagine. We had that politician here, that Rick Santorum guy.
Yeah.
Who, like, just rebelled against gay sex so hard that you were like, this is all this guy thinks about. This is the way that he talks about porn.
Yeah. So that happens. And then he convinced her that it was just a joke. And then the next day, like, he's making his bed. And he looks over the computer and he walks over and he does hesitate. Like, he goes to turn it on and then thinks better of it. And then J.O.'s. Like, he does it anyway. I mean, he's like, if she's not here, like, she doesn't have to know. I just don't do it when she's here. That's all. Which should be a rule in general. But I don't know.
Yeah, makes sense.
And he's also, in the voiceover, he's like, she's been over so much, but turns out you can get porn pretty much anywhere. And it's just him driving in his car with, like, his phone in his lap, watching porn as he's driving.
Yes. Like, they just keep putting these scenes to show, like, he is an addict.
Yeah. They're back to class, and, like, Julianne Moore's character, she comes over and introduces herself. Her name is Esther. And she apologizes for, like, the whole crying thing. He's like, oh, no, it's no big deal. And she's just like, I cry all the time. And he's like, all right, cool. Like, the neato.
She's so jarring as a character in this movie.
She really
There's not a single character like her before her.
She's like in a different movie. Like, but when she walks over, he's like watching porn in class on his phone, like under the desk. She walks over and interrupts him and like apologizes. And then she's like, were you just watching people fucking on your phone? And he's like, no, I know what you're talking about. No, that's crazy talk.
She asks more like, is that possible now? Yeah. Like 2014, can we do that?
And he's like, get out of here. And
it sounds so terrible the way you're doing the accent, but it sounded terrible the way he was doing the accent.
It's not a joke. Like, this is basically like if Joseph Gordon-Levitt hosted Saturday Night Live and they were in the writers' meeting and he was like, they were like, got any ideas? He's like, well, yeah, I do have this one idea. He's like kind of a Jersey Shore guy. He beats off a lot. And they're like, I love it. We're going to make it an hour and a half sketch. And he does this horrible impersonation for an hour and a half.
The great of this movie started with produced by Lauren Michaels.
Yeah. We cut they're actually, him and Barbara are on the way to family dinner. He's taking her to meet the folks. And he come in, mom's like, oh my God, you're so beautiful, loves her. Dad is like just leering at her, like,
oh yeah,
super like
looking for reasons to like touch the small of her back.
Yeah. And then like when they leave, he like kisses her on the mouth, like in a weird way.
Oh yeah.
And like whenever like they leave the room, like the mom comes out and is like, or no, she asked, do you want any help in the kitchen? And mom's like, oh my God, you're so sweet. Come in here. And then dad's immediately like, holy cow, man, that's a hot girl you got. Like that's
he calls her a hot piece of ass.
Yeah, he's like, way to go. And then there's just like weird moments.
Meanwhile, sister's just sitting there listening.
Oh yeah, she's there the whole time. There's just scenes in that particular moment where like dad is looking at her like leering and then looking at John, and John's just like smiling like, yeah, Dad, I know. Like, I know.
I made you proud, Pa.
This is gross. Like, this is gross than 22 times in a week. Like, this is disgusting. This is grosser than crusty jeans.
Yeah.
He takes her to church. And this time when he confesses, he's had sex 7 times out of wedlock. But he tells the priest, no porn, though. I haven't watched any porn. Like, all good.
It's like a seesaw with this guy.
She's cured me of my porn addiction. We're at school again, and he's on break, and Esther approaches him, and she's like, hey, I got you, like, a gift. And he's like, hey, you have to do that. And she gives him this envelope, and he opens it up. It's a porn DVD. But she's like, that's not like the other porn you watch. That's like 70s, like Danish
like
vintage
the auteur porn.
Yeah, she's like, it's 70s Danish porn. And he's like, are you hitting on me? Like, I got a girlfriend. She's like, no, I'm not hitting on you.
Just seemed like a guy that liked classy porn.
Yeah, and she's like, if you have a girlfriend, why are you watching all this porn? And he, but again, gives her the reasons, like, about how, like, it's just better than real sex. And she's just like, they're all pretending, right? Like, nobody's having that good of a time. And he's like, no, it's real to me. It's still real to me, damn it. Like, that's what he's like.
These interactions between the two of them are like when I started to kind of perk up in this movie. And I was kind of like, okay. Like, I like her character because she's a little bit of an oddball. Yeah. And like, like every time she meets him, he's a little bit better. Yeah. From then on out.
Yeah. He's at the gym doing pull-ups now, saying his Hail Marys, but then we see like Barbara walks into the background and it's like, what are you doing?
She's with him everywhere.
Yeah,
now.
Like she's going to the gym now. Like she's everywhere with him.
If your relationship needs you to be next to each other constantly, you're in the wrong relationship.
Yeah. Then he's like,
oh, hey, honey, I'm sorry. No, my wife is not watching us podcast.
She could be, though.
She could give so many shits less.
Then we see like a scene where like he's actually telling his buddies that he loves her, and they're all like, "What? Unbelievable! Like you, Don John." Also, neither one of these guys have any really kind of Jersey accent.
No,
his friends, which I just thought about. Like they're just regular old guys living in New Jersey with a guy.
You're making a choice here. Do I have to make it too?
Yeah, like with a guy that talks like fucking Tony Soprano.
Is this when they're eating pizza out in front of the?
No, that's at the end. This is in his apartment. They like come over to visit, and like the one little friend is like the other one that's like the one guy like never really like hits on the girls at the bar. We don't really talk about like him hooking up with girls, but the other one is kind of like he almost looks up to John, like, you know, which girl are you with tonight? Like, I'm gonna hit on this girl. Like, what about this one? Like, they like plan their attacks at the club together, and he's like kind of upset. It almost seems that like John's turning in his card to be at the club picking up women. Like he's on his own now.
Yeah, exactly. Like I used to get your cast-offs, man.
Yeah, pretty much. He goes out and he meets Barbara for dinner, and it's just this whole scene is just kind of like one of those things where she's just small talking to him about work, and like this girl did this, and then like the sound keeps fading out, and we keep getting like flashes of like porn clips. Like John can't stop thinking about porn.
It was intense. This happens a few times in this movie.
Yeah.
Where it's just like during what should be a dramatic scene, they are flashing you hardcore with 2 seconds of porn.
And you never know it's coming.
You never know.
No.
That's
why I said, don't watch this if you've got other people around or someone can see your TV, because if they catch it at the wrong second, you're just watching porn to these people.
If you ever sat down with Grandma and she goes, oh, I love that little boy, that Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Let's watch this movie. Don't do it.
No.
Yeah. You and Grandma are going to have an awkward day.
Put on Third Rock from the Sun reruns. That's your innocent, wholesome JGL. We show him back at school, and like he catches a glimpse of Esther. They don't have any kind of interaction, but she's just sitting outside looking super sad again. And at that point, Barbara calls on his cell phone, and he meets up with her to go, I think they're shopping for curtains. They're in like a department store, TJ Maxx or something, like some kind of like store.
This scene bothered the shit out of me.
Oh my God. He's like, so he's looking at curtains with her and they're talking, and he's like, I'm going to run, down to the cleaning supplies section for a minute. I gotta get some Swiffer pads. He wants and this guy fucking loves Swiffers.
He pops so hard talking about Swiffers.
If this guy loves anything more than porn, it's probably the Swiffer. He talks about Swiffers. So
you've never heard of Swiffers?
Yeah, and she is like, I am not going to let you go and buy a mop. It's embarrassing. And he's like, no, hear me out. It's not a mop. It's a Swiffer. You don't know what the Swiffer is? And he tells her about Swiffer. But she is like, you shouldn't be cleaning your own apartment. It emasculates him.
That's one of the few 30 or 40 things that he loves is cleaning his apartment.
Yeah, and he talks about like...
And it's also one of the few things that he does that's not terrible.
Yeah.
How to clean. Hey, matter of fact, the crime scene that is this guy's fucking laptop probably needs to be cleaned a lot.
Yeah, there's a reason he's cleaning his fucking apartment so much. There's DNA all over it. Coming there with a black light. Jesus. But she's like, no, I have a maid. We never find out what she does. But she's like, I have help. Like, I have a maid. I will send her over to your apartment. You don't need to clean your own apartment. And he's just like, but I like to.
This is funny. All the stuff she makes him do, this is the first time you could see she's crossed a line.
Yeah, because he's just like, but I like to clean my apartment.
Like, what bothers me is she makes it sound like it's not masculine to be buying cleaning products.
Yeah.
They're fucking curtain shopping. Like, that is the...
But she's curtain shopping. He's just there to help and, like, give opinions.
Yeah, he's like talking about how he's going to mount the curtains to the wall, and he's like, of course I own a drill.
Yeah.
It's just, they're curtain shopping, though.
Yeah.
Like, the Swiffer's not, that's the cherry on the cake here.
Yeah, but she tells him, like, when we live together, you won't be doing any cleaning, which I think really bothers him, because he seems to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Back at school, like, he's leaving class, and Esther runs out behind him, and she wants to copy his notes. She says she shouldn't have gotten so high after lunch, because she fell asleep during class. And, he gives her his notes, and they sit down. She sits down on the curb while he waits, and it kind of comes out where he's like, I didn't even pick this class, and somebody picked it for me. And she starts kind of like grilling him, like, did your parents pick it for you? Did your girlfriend pick it for you? Like, why are you here? Like, who did this? Like, if you don't want to be here, like, why are you here? And he gets upset and, like, snatches his notebook back and leaves. He goes home, and Barbara's sitting on the couch, upset in front of his laptop, and she's like, you lied to me. And he's like, what are you talking about? She's like, I looked at your history, and this guy... She
said history, and I was like, I thought he was a pro. I thought he knew better.
This guy has he's like, what? What's a history? And she's like, let me show you, and like brings up his porn history, his browser history, and it's fucking pornapalooza. And this guy's head, like, you can see the gears turning in his head, like, oh my God. Like,
they track this?
Like, they track this. Secondly, she can see, like, every day that I've watched porn, and, like, that's a lot of fucking porn. Like, I'm in trouble here. She's disgusted. And he's like, no, don't. I love you. And she's like, don't you ever say that to me again. And he's like, this is no different than the movies you watch. Like, you watch those romantic movies. Like, this is just the same thing to me. Like, all guys watch porn. And she goes, they give the movies I watch awards. And he's like, they give porn awards too.
It's a great line.
He's not wrong. Yeah. He's right. And they implode. It's the implosion. Or as I typed out in my notes, the imporngin. Which doesn't really sound as good in my mind.
No. Oh, that's terrible.
It's better on paper. But then we have like this scene where he's sitting in front of his computer and he's talking about how his record was 10 in one day.
Rookie numbers. No, I'm just kidding.
And he's just like, but now that Barbara's not here, like, I'm free to do what I want. And he's all disheveled looking, his bed's not made. Like, you see this guy make his bed.
Yeah.
No less than 10 times in this movie.
10 in one day sounds like it's something that when you're watching ER, And they're like, what happened to this guy? And then they finally admit at the end of the episode, yeah, I'm in the hospital because it was 10 times in one day.
Yeah. Like, I don't even know if it's physically possible.
That is too much.
But
even as like a 19-year-old, that's too much.
Yeah, but he says, I love being single. This is great. Like, if she was here, I never would have achieved such a goal as 11 times in one day. And now it's 11. His record is 11 times in a day.
I don't drink anymore when I watch these movies. This is when I poured a drink.
Oh, really?
I was like, I need a drink to get through the rest of this movie.
But they're back at the club, and like he actually steals a girl from his little buddy because like he's talking about he's gonna be with this girl, and then there's like a scene of them dancing on the dance floor, like all three of them together, and like John is like grinding up on her while the other guy's just kind of like, hey, what about me? Like I'm dancing in front of you. Hey, hello. And they end up back in the. They show him getting into a cab with her and sleeping with her. He's on his way to church, and I haven't mentioned it, but like every time this guy drives, he's
a maniac.
The worst road rage. Like there are multiple scenes where he's just screaming at people. And this is where like the tipping point where like it intensifies so much where he gets out of his car and just walks up to the guy in front of him and just one punches out this guy's back window.
You know how broken your hand would be.
Oh yeah. No.
I've seen people attempt to punch a window. Window didn't break.
JGL's the fucking Terminator at this point. Like he just walks up, punches it.
Car windows do not break when you punch them.
Doesn't break his hand, like a little bit of blood, but not so much that it's like gushing. Enough though that like he goes to church.
And his hands are like the most important thing to him. Like you think he would have maybe booted that window.
I hope that wasn't the JO hand.
I'm telling you.
Blood makes excellent lubricant. Anyway,
that's getting cut.
I don't think. Well, all right.
I'm just kidding.
He walks into church. He's late, and he sits down, and Mom is like, "Oh my God, your hand." And he's like, "It's nothing. No big deal. 11 times in one day, Ma. It's gonna happen. I got problems." You don't walk away from a day like that without a little nick and a cut. But he has confession, and he's like, "Yeah, I punched a guy's window on the way here. I also JO'd 35 times this week. It just keeps going up. Like it's." It's amazing.
They never show the priest, but like I can just imagine the shocked look on this man's face.
So 35 times, and you figure one of those days was the 11-time day, so that's still 24 in 6 days. That's incredible.
Whew.
They go to dinner, and like the mom's asking about Barbara, and he lies. Like he's like, oh, she had something to do. And this is where you get your first like. Brie Larson looks over at him, and you can tell she knows he's full of shit.
Yeah.
But still says nothing. But, like, does a lot of acting with her face. Then we catch him at the gym again. He's bench pressing and doing his prayers. And then his buddy stops by to check on him, because nobody's really seen him. They know that, like, he broke up with Barbara. He heard about him punching a window out of a car. And he wanted to check on him, make sure he's okay. And he tells him, like, what happened with Barbara. Like, why did you guys break up? And he's like, she caught me watching porn, like, one time. And he's like, really? That's it? That's all that happened? Like, all guys watch porn. And he's like, yeah. And then they're both like, all right, well, fuck her. Like, that, whatever.
You've been in this with other guys before. You're like, she left you. Fuck her. They have that scene, but he actually does kind of call him out on his bullshit a little bit. Like, I like, this is where I started to kind of turn on this friend where I'm like, all right, maybe he's not just a sexual predator.
Well, this guy never was. Like, this is the one friend who doesn't really do anything too creepy or like hit on girls at the club. But then he's just like, you're still going to go to that night class though, right? Like, you're still going to school. Like, that's a good thing. Like, and he's like, yeah.
He's like, I care about you.
Yeah.
Your mom and dad won't let me into the house, but I care about you.
Yeah. So he's back at school and he sees Esther like getting up from her desk and he waves and they go outside and he's like, you want to talk for a minute? Cut to like them in a Jeep just going at it. Like the Jeeps are rocking. And
those things have mean suspension too. It takes effort.
Cut to the inside of the Jeep and they have like finished up at this point. He's like, I parked all the way across campus, think you could give me a ride over there? She's like, yeah, let me just roll this J real quick and smoke, and then we'll go. And she starts asking him, why you broke up with your girlfriend, and he tells her, my girlfriend caught me watching porn just once, and she's like, yeah, it's bullshit. Like, I know it wasn't just once. Like, I can tell like a junkie basically when I see one. Like you're addicted. Like she can just tell.
Fuck it, she's one of my favorite characters.
She caught him watching it in class. So like him saying I just watched it one time, she knows that's bullshit. And she asks him like, why bother with porn when you can just have like, when you have the real thing? And he tells her like, it's just better. I kind of lose myself like in the porn. Like I can't do that with a real person. And she asks him like, have you ever tried doing the old J.O. without watching anything? And he's like, his mind is like, what?
It's like, what's the point?
Yeah, like I don't understand. Is that even a thing you can do? Like I don't get it.
Yeah, who am I gonna like objectify?
Yeah. So after that, like she drives him back to his car. We see him.
This is like a, for lack of a better phrase, like a red pill moment for him. Like from here on out, like it's almost as if he's looking at the world in a different light.
Yeah.
Altogether. Like from that scene forward. Like, he starts questioning shit about himself and about the rest of the world.
Yeah, like this one question blew this guy's fucking mind.
Yeah.
Which, he's not that smart, so it doesn't, I'm not surprised. So, like, we see him make his bed again, and he looks at the computer and just walks out of the apartment. Like, he's like, and he does the voiceover, like, I can stop whenever I want. I've known people that are junkies. Like, I'm not a junkie. I can quit anytime. Cold turkey, I can quit the porn.
Oh, yeah.
He goes to, like, a grocery store, and he's standing in line. And again, there's just like Cosmopolitan magazines on the rack as he's waiting. And he's like looking at him. You can tell he's like, oh boy, like I need it. I gotta have it. So he goes to the school and he grabs Esther and he's just starts making out with her immediately. And she's like, what about class? He's like, let's just skip class. Like, let's not go. So they go back to her place and they're making out as they go in the door. And she's like, he's like talking. And he's like, I thought about what you said about like doing it without watching porn. And he's just like, I can't. Like, it doesn't work. But I haven't watched any porn. It's been a week. And she's like, so you haven't done that in a week? And he's like, no, like I don't know what to do.
I like this like interaction. They don't really have, like everybody he interacts with is like, especially when it was with Barbara, was like to get something. Mm-hmm. He doesn't seem to respect Esther in the same way. So they have this weird like reaction with each other where she doesn't respect him either.
Yeah.
But like they're still kind of like growing toward this point
she
together.
Says to him, like, she's like, you have sex. Like we've had sex. So I can see that it's totally one-sided for you. Like you don't care about anything but yourself. And she's like, and that's fine because I'm not looking for anything right now. Like I'm basically just looking for no strings attached sex, but like, I can see that. And she's like, if you want to lose yourself during sex, you have to lose yourself in that person and they have to lose themselves in you. Like,
you have to remember somebody else is there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then she's just like, let's take a bath. Like, it'll be nice. So she draws him a bath, leaves him in the bathroom. She's like, I'm going to go grab a towel. And then just breaks down sobbing in the linen closet. Like, just never makes it back into the bathroom. We cut to him like, looks like he was asleep in the tub. Like, I'm amazed he didn't drown. He, like, wakes up in the tub just floating. And gets up and, like, comes out and finds her. And he's looking around the house. And the house is very much like a family home.
Yes.
And he's like, you don't live here alone, do you? And she's like, no, I do. And he's like, you don't have, like, is it, like, a weird marriage situation? Because I'm not trying to, like, have, like, your husband come home.
Is he in the closet now?
I'm not trying to have your husband come home, like, while this is going on. And she tells him, like, my husband and son died 14 months ago. And he goes, what happened? And she just goes, cars are a terrible thing.
Meanwhile, this guy drives like, he probably killed them.
Oh, that would have been a good twist. Yeah.
This is her, like, black widowing him.
Yeah. I like to think they were at a movie theater seeing the Pixar animated film Cars and the theater caught on fire. Because it's never really explicitly explained, like, what about Cars is so terrible. It's just Cars. Cars is bad. So.
And one of them stabbed my husband.
Yeah. Like, did they both get run over by a car? Was it a car accident? Like, I want to know. Did one fall from a crane and crush them both? I like to think that there was something more interesting than just an accident. But they immediately start having sex because that's not a boner killer at all to hear about how the lady you're about to sleep with lost her husband and son in a car accident 14 months ago.
I gotta say, too, and I don't know how much attention you were paying by this point in the movie, possibly the best sex scene in any of these movies.
Do you think? Like, for what reason? Like, realism or?
Not just the realism. It got the point across. Like, of the like, what they're supposed to be.
Like, they
seeing,
have an emotional connection. Like,
yes.
And you can feel it.
Yes. Yeah, and it's a very awkward thing. Like, they don't have sex. They make love.
Yeah.
But
which is like, the point of the whole scene is that, like, he's finally, like, let himself go. and like has like an emotional connection with someone. So the sex is different. Like it means something. Like you can tell he's like,
you could tell when they finished.
Has feelings. He's feeling feelings.
Yes.
Above the waist.
And when they finished this scene, like the director yelled cut and everybody was just quiet for a few seconds.
Yeah.
Like, all right, we got that. Like you guys did this. Like we felt that, you know?
Yeah. Everything kind of changes after this point because we see him in his car driving and he doesn't have road rage anymore. He's just blasting the fuck out of Good Vibrations by Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Fuck yeah, he is.
And he's just singing
He does
along.
this thing everybody does is they get up and the lyrics start, but he's at a red light, so he like rolls up the window.
Yeah, he's like really going hard, and then somebody looks over at him. He's like, oh. Goes to church, has confession.
But then starts questioning even religion.
Well, yeah, he really does.
That's what I mean. Like, she really changed this dude almost immediately.
Yeah.
Like, he's in the thing. He's like, so, is it like a different person back there every time?
Yeah,
or,
because he goes in for confession. He's like, my first confession is like, I lied to you. And he's like, maybe it was you. I don't know. Like, are you the same guy I talk to all the time? Are there a bunch of different priests back there? Like, what's going on? And he says to him, like, you know, I told you a couple weeks ago I stopped watching porn. He's like, I really didn't. Like, I was still watching. But now I really did. He's like 0 times this week. But I did have sex once, but it was way different. And the priest gives him the same amount of prayers as he always gives him. And he's like, wait a minute. Like, I'm doing better. Like this, why the same amount? And the priest is just like, just have faith. And he's like, the fuck? Like, okay, yeah. I guess. And he walks out. Goes to family dinner and he tells his parents that him and Barbara have broken up. And the mom is crying. And she's like, I look like a grandmother, but I don't have grandkids. Like, and Tony Danza is like, look what you did to your mother. Look. Yeah. And finally, like, Brie Larson has her Silent Bob moment where she fucking has like one meaningful thing to say. And she's like, she only wanted a guy that she could make into a guy that she wanted. She didn't really like Johnny. She wanted someone she could mold. Yes. And make into who she wanted.
Like he was the good clay.
Yeah, like didn't love him for him. Like loved him for what she could make him because he was obviously easy to confuse and easy to guide in certain directions. And then the mom and dad are like, oh, okay, well, all right.
And then she
hasn't spoken in 30 years. We should probably listen to her.
It's so wise.
Yeah. He ends up like calling Barbara up to meet him for lunch, and he just apologizes. He's like, "Hey, I'm really sorry. I lied to you." And she's like, "Is that it?" And he's like,
"Oh, I love when she's like, you know, that you think is going to get us back together." And he's like, "No."
Yeah, he's like, I shouldn't be in a relationship right now.
Yeah, he's like, "I'm kind of fucked up. Like, you're kind of fucked up." And she's like, "I'm not fucked up. You're fucked up." You know?
Yeah, and she's like, "I only ever asked you for one thing." And he's like, "No, actually, you asked me for a lot of things. Like, you said I shouldn't lie to you, but you also like tried to make me somebody I wasn't." And she says, yeah, but like talking about how he's so one-sided, like he only cares about himself. And she says, like, when a man loves a woman, he'll do anything and everything to give them whatever they want. And he's like, that seems a little one-sided. Like, you're kind of a terrible person too, is basically what he's saying.
Yeah.
Like, we're both terrible, but I get it. Like, I see it.
I see it now.
You don't. And she gets up and she just leaves. Like, she's
Andrew Dice Clay was not somebody to model my life after, apparently.
Yeah. She's the villain.
And that's the last we see of her.
It is the last we see of her.
Out.
Yeah. This is where he has pizza outside with the boys. Like, it's after the club night. Like, it's
still intolerable. Yeah. I wrote that down. I'm like, wow, these guys still got it in them.
But it's after a night at the club, and they're all there, and they're all talking about how it's like an amazing thing because they went to the club and Johnny didn't hook up with anybody.
This is why there's people sitting outside the pizza joint eating on the sidewalk.
And you got these 3 fucking Guidos.
And this is to my point. I'm like, why? This is why I eat in fucking restaurants.
Yeah, that's fair. And to our Italian listeners, I use the term Guido affectionately. I think you're all fantastic. Just forget about it.
Not when it's private conversation.
I love Italian. So they're all talking. Then we see him like making his bed, and he looks at his computer and just walks out the door, like not really in a hesitation. Like he looks at it like, hello, old friend.
Yeah.
And then like, I'll see you later.
This is where they do like the montage of him, like he's at the gym, but instead of going to weightlift by himself, he hops in with some other guys to play ball, and like, he's like a better person.
Yeah. And then like he talks about like, he met this girl now, and it's him and Julianne Moore, and he's like, when she looks at me and like I look at her, it's totally different. And he's like basically saying he's in love, but he's like, it's not that kind of love because like she's not ready for that, and like I'm not ready for that. But, like we just have a connection, and like we get lost in each other.
She's like his sex Miyagi.
Yeah. And so now he's basically just like an item with this like much older widow, and she's the one that pretty much changed his life around, just by being like, maybe when you have sex, look at the other person, and now he's okay. And the credits roll, and that's that movie.
Yeah,
we have come to completion. Any thoughts?
Not even. Nope, not biting.
Grand gestures, flowers. What do you got? What do you want to give this one?
I don't know. This movie fucking blew my mind because halfway through it became a different movie. Like we kind of almost breezed through the Julianne Moore part, but that is the last 40 minutes of the movie. Is there? Because you're led to believe that they're gonna implode, him and ScarJo, and then get back together.
Yeah.
And no, he just moves on. And I mean, like I said, this was some 20-year-old something bullshit.
Yeah, there are
like their whole relationship. And like, I've said it before on here, like I'm married to a woman who's, I don't think the age gap between me and my wife and him and Julianne Moore is like, they have a huge age gap.
Yeah.
But like this felt sort of real to me in that idea that like there was a point in my 20s which I was like, this sucks.
Yeah.
Like I hate these people.
Yeah.
And then I met a woman who had a few years on me and I was like, oh, there are people that can make their car payments every month. There are people that like can hold a job for more than a year. There's people that don't want to play all these crazy bullshit games. It was like, that is, and like, I love that. Like, he met Julianne Moore, and like, you see, like, the first time where he's like, hey, you want to go have sex?
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, I do. And like, even they say, like, yeah, that didn't mean anything. Like, we wanted to, throw
it's an adult decision.
Yes. And like, and she has the ability to be like, yeah, you should change, but for the betterment of yourself, not for what I give a shit about you. Like, it was, I like that. I like those parts of the movie. And like I said, this one was the hardest one to judge because for the first 45 minutes of this movie, I wanted to shut it off.
Yeah.
And like, I can see now the first time I saw it, I was in the middle of a 103 fever dream. Like, I probably couldn't get to the remote.
You weren't sure if you were watching real porn or a movie. You didn't know.
That's true. Do you think, I also, this is one of the few where I think at the end they don't end up together? Like him and Julianne Moore, they're not meant to last.
Probably not. I mean,
but it's still a great thing.
Like, they're good for each other, and eventually they're going to be able to be like, no, you know what? I think he would take it harder than her. I think he's probably going to be like, I've fallen in love with you, and she's going to be like, yeah, that's not what this was. Like, I was grieving. Like, it was nice. Like, we had a nice emotional
This is about us getting together, becoming better people, and then moving apart.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to take it as well as her. I think he'll go back to jerking off 72 times a day and breaking car windows. But
good Lord.
I don't know. I mean, to be fair, that one arm is probably way stronger than the other, so I'm not as shocked that he could just break a car window like that. Because his forearm was massive.
That was just another example of how dependent it is on porn, that he can break a car window with one punch.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, that's fair. To your point, like it was kind of a twist. Like you start watching this movie and you do think that like they're going to end up together, and they sprinkle it in here and there that like she's not the best person, but neither is he. So you think like maybe they'll both kind of grow.
Yeah.
And she just ends up being like not a good person. Like Barbara's not that great of a character.
Yeah. Which is funny too, is Scarlett Johansson, I've never met her, but she's made
I didn't think so.
She's made a couple movies here in Pittsburgh, and I know a lot of people that do know her and have met her. And like, she's apparently like the coolest fucking person ever. Like, I had a buddy that he said, like, he was talking to her on a set one day, and he's like, oh, yeah, some of us go down to this bar down in the South Side. That night, Scarlett Johansson shows up, says, I heard this is a cool place. Talks to everybody in the bar, has a great time, fucks off. And, like, I've heard multiple people say that, like, she knows who she is. She knows that she's got a really good deal in life, and she enjoys the shit out of it, and makes people happy.
Good for her. The only thing I thought, like, the original title of this movie was actually Don John's Addiction. And after it premiered at Sundance, that's what it premiered as. JGL decided to change it because he felt that the title put too much emphasis on the pornography storyline.
I'd probably say the pornography put too much emphasis on the pornography storyline.
Yes, exactly.
The fact that there are no less than 15 shots of paper towels hitting wastebaskets in this, or tissues.
Yeah, it is. That is the storyline. Like, there is not the fucking...
Yeah.
I mean, Don John's addiction doesn't roll off the tongue. That's a good reason to change it, but not because... Oh, it's not about the porn, because it's 100% about the porn.
Oh, yeah.
Also, like, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, good friends. Well, I wouldn't say he's really good friends with Ryan Johnson, who is a director who did Looper, the Knives Out movies, and things of that nature. He was the first person that he showed the script to, and like when he decided he was going to write and direct a movie. And Christopher Nolan. So like he was in Inception, right? And so he had Christopher Nolan, like, give him notes and read the script. And I can just imagine, like, Joseph Gordon-Levitt going to Christopher Nolan, the guy who's directed fucking Memento, Inception, Interstellar, The Batman, The
As
Dark
far
Knight.
as bro movies go, this guy's on the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, and like going to him and being like, yeah, I got this idea. It's about this guy that jerks off a lot. And then Christopher Nolan's like, I'll read it. I mean,
so what you're saying is you don't want to be in my movies anymore.
You know who I am, right?
I wanted to make you the next Batman.
And like, did this movie... I think this movie might have ruined Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
No, he took off after this to kind of do his own production company.
Yeah, but he hasn't been in any... Like, he was in... So before, he was on a roll. Like, he did Looper. He was in Premium Rush, which was like actually I like a lot, about the bike carrier.
Okay,
yeah. The year before this, he was in Lincoln. He played Lincoln's son with fucking Daniel Day-Lewis, like directed by Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
Then he does this. After this, he is in like that weird comedy, like Christmas comedy with Seth Rogen.
Oh, yeah.
He's in like one other thing, and then he's in nothing. He's in both the Knives Out movies, but just as a voice.
Oh.
So I'm assuming it's just like a favor to Ryan Johnson. And then he has like a bunch of voice acting credits, but he's not in anything.
He owns a production company. I know that.
I wonder what they produce. Like, because it just seems weird to me. Like, this was like his passion project, and then like it happened, and then he was in a Spielberg movie with Daniel fucking Day-Lewis. And then after this, just falls off the map. And I just think it's interesting that this might be the movie
That's a good point, yeah.
ruined him. Other than that, like he claimed on the Howard Stern show to have come up with this idea of Don John while high on marijuana. Checks out.
Yep.
And I just want to do some quick math here. So I took all the times he was in confession, 5 times. Well, 6 if you count the last one, but he didn't JO that week, right?
Yeah.
So 5 weeks, we'll say. If you add up all the times he says he JO'd, that's 74 times in 5 weeks. 1 week he lied and said he didn't do it. So it's more than 74 times in 5 weeks.
We can round down, honestly.
Yeah. But if we just take the 4 weeks that he said he JO'd at 74, that's 18 and a half times a week. That's 2.6 times a day.
This guy's an Olympian.
This man has a problem.
Yeah, he's the Wilt Chamberlain of his own world.
And again, I'm not surprised he can punch through. He could have punched through a fucking brick wall, probably. All right.
Oh, shit.
Let's chick flick this to a dick flick it.
Which
this is already a dick flick.
Oh, yeah.
This is labeled as a romantic comedy.
It's not.
Ladies, you're not going to like this.
Yeah,
There's no reason for you to watch this.
There was romantic comedy shit in the Entourage movie, too.
Yeah.
This is...
I mean, I don't know how this got on the list. Maybe somebody suggested it. I don't know.
I mean, it does get very romantic toward the end, but a different type of
It does.
romance
It's a relationship
altogether.
movie, but it's definitely not for the... I don't know if this is for anybody. It's not for the ladies.
As much as I really didn't appreciate the jarring porn being shoved in this, it was so, like, out of this world that I don't want to change this movie. I want just a couple random movies that I watch over the next year just have jarring porn interjected into it. That's what this movie inspired. not even like I'm watching a movie by myself. I wanted it really random.
Yeah.
That new Pixar movie, let's go check that out.
Let's retroactively put it. Like, you're just sitting around watching Schindler's List one day, and all of a sudden,
that's what I mean. Like, I want just somebody to, know that I'm going to see a movie and do a little quick editing for me, and just a couple times.
It's kind of like that Fight Club scene where they would randomly interject porn scenes into movies. Yeah,
and that's how I want this to dick flick out, is possibly some guys dick flicking it out.
All right. So mine. So this movie is only an hour and a half,
we've been talking about it longer, I think.
We might have, which is fine. Thank you for that. I will say, an hour and a half. That's great. So I'm gonna actually have to make this movie longer, to probably by another hour, but it's going to get really good. So he finally realizes, after sleeping with Julianne Moore, that that does it for him. This is the connection that I need. It's right after he finds out that her husband and child have died. It's not the connection. He realizes he has a widow kink, where
whoa.
It's not the fact that he likes her. It's the fact that he likes the fact that he knows that she had a husband and that guy's dead now. So, for the next hour of this movie, he becomes a serial killer. And he is just killing off. He finds a hot lady who's married. He kills their husband, then weasels his way into their life, sleeps with them, gets off, and then moves on to the next one. He's like a reverse Black Widow. He's killing the husbands to sleep with the wives. And that's what I got. We go in for another hour. Park. Yeah, I think that's fantastic. I'd watch the shit out of that. It just becomes a psychological crime thing where
you make this into a TV show.
Yeah, and every week he's killing off a different husband and sleeping with a different wife.
ScarJo's actually undercover cop.
Yeah,
trying to get into his world.
Yeah. So that's that.
I love it.
Yeah. All right. What do we do now? We Nick Cage this thing.
Yeah, I would absolutely make him the Brie Larson role.
What?
Just have him in the corner, man. He needs more roles where he just stays silent the whole time, and then he drops the wisdom at the end.
But then who is he? I mean, he's the uncle.
No.
He's Tony Danza's brother.
He's brother.
He's his brother. I think he'd be Tony Danza's brother. He's a little old to be JGL's brother.
We could do that. But yeah, he's just sitting, every once in a while they just cut to Nicolas Cage scrolling through Instagram on his phone.
I like the idea, when he's at Julianne Moore's house after they sleep together, he's walking around looking at pictures on the mantle, and it's a picture of her, Nicolas Cage, and a small boy. And you're that's the husband that died in that car crash.
Jeez.
He was trying to steal,
I just like the idea.
He was trying to steal a bunch of classic cars in 60 seconds and fucking...
I want to just what are you looking at on your phone? Bidding on dinosaur skulls,
I decided to connect him to Tony Danza.
Of course.
How do you not?
The boss.
Tony Danza was in Angels in the Outfield.
Shit, he was.
Also starred Danny Glover. Danny Glover is in Lethal Weapon with Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson is in a movie called Fat Man. It's a Christmas movie where he plays Santa Claus.
I've seen it.
But this small boy hires a hitman to kill him.
Yes.
The hitman played by one of my favorite people of all time right now, Walton Goggins.
Yes.
That's fantastic. He's in The Hateful Eight with Samuel L. Jackson. Samuel L. Jackson is in a movie. I've used this one before. They're in an old movie from the 90s called Amos and Andrew. Him and Nicolas Cage.
Oh, yeah.
So that's how I did it.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Let's rate it.
I know I normally go first. I want you to go first because I'm still on the fence on this one.
I think this movie is fucking pretty much sucks. I'm gonna get.
That's a perfectly valid description of this movie.
I mean, this is what I thought about. I thought to myself, what would be more embarrassing if my girlfriend walked in on me watching pornography, or if she walked in on me watching Don John? I think I might take my chances with her walking in on me watching pornography.
Okay.
This movie is just stupid. The characters all suck. Everybody's a piece of shit. He has a little bit of growth. But not enough for me to be all right, this guy's changed things around. Literally, the minute Julianne Moore is I'm done with you, and I've gotten what I needed out of this, he's right back on the computer, just going ham on that thing. And I think it's funny that an actor.
First, you've got Mail's t-shirt, going ham on that thing.
An actor who has decided to create his passion project, writes it, directs it, and decides to star in it, is masturbatory.
Oh, yeah.
And then the fact that this movie is basically about masturbation, this is fucking Joseph Gordon-Levitt's Inception. Like, like, is he in on the joke? Like, does he know? Like, it literally seems like...
We need another shot of my O-face in this movie.
Like, the acting is bad. Like, it literally seems like, all jokes aside, like, our New Jersey accents are about as good as his. Like, it seems like it's a joke. Like, it could be an SNL sketch. It's not a good movie. Like, I'm giving it I don't know why I'm giving it a 2. I think because it's short. It does go quickly. Like, it's paced pretty good. Like, it's pretty much rapid fire. Like, these, like, cycles of, like, you know, to make a Jersey Shore reference, Jim Tan Laundry. It's Jim Church Family, like the Jim Church porn, whatever. It's just this cycle where it goes through like every week, and it goes pretty quick. And
they never actually show him tending bar.
They don't. He has a job, but we never see it. That's not one of his things that he loves, so we didn't see that.
It's true.
So it's paced pretty well. Like the hour and a half went by pretty quick, and like I'll give it a star for that, and I'll give it a star for Julianne Moore and I'll give it a star for Brie Larson.
So you give it 3? You're going 3?
No, I'm sorry. It gets a half a star for the time. No, it gets a star for the time, half a star for Julianne Moore, half a star for Brie Larson. 2 stars.
2.
They're both like Brie Larson. It's like didn't even want to be there. And you know what? Neither did I. Good for you. And she acts well with her face. Like she never says anything, but you know what she's thinking the whole time. Julianne Moore is in a different movie. Yeah. Like, she's acting in a completely different movie. Like, she brings, like, I think she won an Oscar the year after this. Like, she brings a different, there's 4 Oscar winners in this movie. Just so you know.
Holy shit.
She elevates this further than it should be, because she's just a great actress. But other than that, like, it's not a good movie. Like, I didn't like anyone in it. Like, I was just like, this is just me watching annoying, shitty people for an hour and a half. Like, I don't do that. I'll just go out in public. So, that's it.
I don't know. I think I kind of said it earlier, the parts I liked about this, how it changes. It becomes a completely different movie in the second half, or at least the last third of it. But I think I'm right there with you at a 2. I wanted to give this more, and I like the themes, but you can tell that this is all him. Yeah. And not a single person was there to be like, hey, maybe you should do this instead. Like, this will get your point across a little better. We don't need at least a minute and a half of video of your trash can and the disgusting things that are happening.
He asked Christopher Nolan. Like, that guy couldn't give him some tips.
That's what I mean. Like, I got the feeling like I didn't know any of this about Rian Johnson is also, I mean, he does Star Wars movies. Yeah. Like, he's a big hitter.
Yeah.
Something tells me these guys probably did give him tips, and he was like, noted.
Yeah.
Did none of them.
Yeah.
And then they were like, guy, like, you could have made this a little bit better. Yeah. Like, it looks like it was directed by Andrew Dice Clay.
Tip number 1, don't make a movie about a guy addicted to porn.
I mean, there's even a way to do that could have made it interesting.
Yeah.
But, like, the first good chunk of this movie can't make up for the last half of it. And I fucking love their relationship. Him and Julianne Moore, like, everything about it was great. He was truthful with her from the very beginning. She was. It just seemed like a good relationship, even though it's doomed to fail in the end. Or doomed to end, I should say.
Yeah.
But yeah, like a 2. Just that stuff didn't make up for it enough. I like seeing Tony Danza, though.
Yeah.
It's good to see that guy still around.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely. Well, I mean, he was
kills at least it in a wife beater.
10 years ago, he was.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know where he's at now, but.
I mean, he's up there in age, and he's still rocking that wife beater all right.
Yeah, he really is. All right. Well, that's that. Should we roll another movie?
Oh, yeah. Let me pull up that random number generator.
We are at number 179.
We have, oh no, number 9.
Number 9. This has got to be good. Oh, I don't know if it's good, but I think I put this on the list, so I think we must have rolled 9 before, because I know I added this.
Okay.
Meet Joe Black.
I've never seen this movie.
It is a Brad Pitt movie where I need to look this up.
Is this the one where he's deaf?
I think so, because I watched a Facebook reel one day where it's just a quick scene where he's like out in the street talking to someone, and then as he goes to walk away, he crosses an intersection and a car takes him out and he like flips over the hood and up into the air and like crashes down and then just gets up.
Can't wait.
And it was hilarious to me. And I was like, what the fuck is this? So I looked it up and I was like, Meet Joe Black. And I was like, oh, this is like a romance. Like this is a thing. Yeah. So
this has got Hannibal Lecter in it, doesn't
Death, who takes the form of a young man killed in an accident, asks a media mogul to act as his guide to teach him about life on Earth. And in the process, he falls in love with the mogul's daughter. Yeah, Anthony Hopkins is in this. Brad Pitt. Claire Forlani. I don't know if you know who she is.
No.
She is a love interest in Mallrats.
Oh, wonderful.
She is Michael Rooker's daughter in that movie. She's the one that's on the dating game that they're trying to sabotage so he can get her back.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah.
We're just full of
Marcia
Kevin
Gay
Smith
Harden,
references today.
Jeffrey Tambor.
He's never been problematic.
He certainly has. There's some people in this. So, yeah, I mean, I'm cool with this. And it's 1998. I got a sweet spot for the 90s. So.
Something tells me this movie's at least 2 hours long.
Let's go. Oh, my God. If IMDb is to be believed, this movie is 2 hours and 58 minutes long.
1 star.
It is twice the length of fucking Don John.
Yep.
All right, well, I got to clear my calendar because I have to fit 3 hours into my week to watch this. Jesus Christ. So join us next week for a 6-hour episode.
No, we're going to do some editing next week.
Yeah, holy hell, 3 hours. What the fuck? So yeah, until next week, please use your computers for something more productive than watching pornography 12 times in a day. Follow us on Facebook. Check out the sweet memes CJ makes every week. Go to wherever you get your podcasts at. Like us, subscribe to us, tell your friends, and send us an email. Reach out and touch us instead of touching yourself. You know, get your fingers on the keyboard and off your body parts. It's you've.gotmails@gmail. Please send us an email. Stop doing what you're doing. You're gonna go blind. And until next time, stay romantic. Don't be shit at each other.
All right, now get out of my basement. I got things to do.
You're gonna grow hair on your palms. That's what my mom always said.
Oh, jeez. We got that one last joke.